This is our Communications 492 Seminar and Public Relations project. Our campaign is for the 2020 census, and the title of our campaign is called Count Yourself In. Our team name is S.T.E.M Public Relations, and it consists of Sabrina, Tyla, Edward, and Matthew, and this is for the spring of 2020. S.T.E.M Public Relations is a PR team based in Bridgewater, Massachusetts that provides pro bono services to specific clients with their public needs. In this case, S.T.E.M PR is focusing their attention to the client, the Census Bureau, and aiding them with their concerns for accurate 2020 count. In the United States, a census must be done every 10 years in order to gain necessary information and responses needed during decision making, such as public funds. However, there are certain groups who are considered hard to count and are difficult to reach, which causes a problem for the census. In our case, the certain groups that are causing the problem are BSU student community and young Black and Hispanic males. S.T.E.M PR focuses their goal on increasing awareness in regards to the importance and the purpose of the census, and also to increase participation and to express how quick and simple it can be done online. Due to COVID-19 and social distancing, we had to use 3 different main online strategies to get our point across. And our budget that we had for this project was just $200. The U.S. Census Bureau is the largest agency that deals with the collection and production of data through statistical analysis of the federal government's economy and its people. It is a part of the U.S. Department of Commerce, and their goal is to provide the best mix of timeliness, relevancy, quality, and cost for the data we collect and service we provide. Their mission is to serve as the best source of accurate data concerning people and the economy. The U.S. Constitution mandates that every 10 years there must be a census and requires all citizens to participate in the exercise fully. The U.S. Census counts how many people total are living in the United States by surveying every resident while accumulating data on the age and sex of these people. The primary purpose of the census is to provide a response that will be considered during decision making. The main problem the U.S. Census Bureau has with the census is how to get the absolute most accurate information they can get, because in the United States there are people who are hard to reach and hard to count. At S.T.E.M Public Relations, we do not only understand the importance of getting an accurate count, but we know how to assist in doing so by encouraging and educating the benefits of the census and providing insights of quality data that concerns them.
The 2020 census always ensures that everyone who lives in the United States, regardless of their age, race, or socioeconomic classes, will be counted. However, at S.T.E.M Public Relations, we are focused on 2 of the top local hard-to-count groups listed by the Census Barriers, Attitudes, and Motivators study at among the hard-to-reach and count populations in the United States. These include the on and off student community at Bridgewater State University and young Black and Hispanic males of Plymouth County. Young Black and Hispanic males have in the past shown low self-responses, making them among the people at risk of not being counted. The result of both parties' partial involvement has not only affected the United States in the past, but also themselves and their chances of receiving more distribution of natural resources by the government. We plan to connect with, spread messages to, inform, involve, and encourage these populations, leading to 100% census involvement. Through secondary research, we found the student population at Bridgewater State University is overall 10,527 students, with an average age of 22 years old. About 60% of these students are female, and 95% of the students are from the state of Massachusetts. 40% of BSU students live on campus. S.T.E.M PR also researched psychographic information on the student population, discovering that there is a high involvement rate in the 90-plus clubs and organizations. Research showed that the majority of majors students take on are humanities, social science, and education. BSU has its weekly run newspaper called The Comment, which has been running since 1927. BSU also owns a radio station, which is known as the only student-run station in Massachusetts. It's played live on Channel 71 in Bridgewater areas. All students have access to the station. Some great ways for students to get involved at BSU is through their clubs and organizations and the easy access to the information online. With a total undergraduate enrollment of 9,504, Bridgewater State University has a gender distribution of 41% male students and 59% female students. At this school, 40% of the students live in college-owned, operated, or affiliated housing, and 60% of the students live off-campus. In sports, Bridgewater State University is part of the NCAA Division III.
Our firm has come up with 4 objectives aimed specifically at our target audiences. The first 2 objectives are focused on all BSU students. The second objective is to make it easier to find census information on either the BSU website, BSU app, BSU social media platforms utilized by the BSU clubs and organizations, or different locations by April 1st, 2020. We decided on these goals because the 2020 Census Barriers, Attitudes, and Motivators Study Survey report stated that both the qualitative and quantitative data suggested that the chief barrier to participation in the 2020 census is a lack of understanding of the purpose and process of the census. With these goals, we are aiming towards overcoming this barrier. We would like to increase our participation numbers to 90% so that 90% of the student population will be aware of the importance and purpose. Our plan is to increase this awareness and importance by April 1st, 2020. Our last 2 objectives are aimed towards young Black and Hispanic males. Our third objective is to increase their knowledge of the census and take away any negative attitudes towards it. The last objective, number 4, is to increase their understanding on how to find and complete the census. The 2020 Census Barriers, Attitudes, and Motivators Study Survey reported also that a lack of understanding is associated with several negative attitudes towards the census, including apathy, privacy concerns, fear of repercussions, and general distrust of government. These fears and negative attitudes lead to a lack of response, and we are hoping to get rid of these misunderstandings. We are aiming to reach at least 80% of this audience and plan to do so by April 1st, 2020. With everything in life comes challenges and opportunities. Here at S.T.E.M PR, we had our fair share. Some challenges we faced were reaching the entire young Black and Hispanic male community due to the fact that there is not a specific list of these people in Plymouth County. Currently being in the middle of a global pandemic due to virus COVID-19, therefore excluding all strategies that included face-to-face confrontation or being in the public. Luckily, we have also had multiple opportunities. These consisted of using BSU as a resource and being able to find out contact information, stats, and resources that all BSU students use and have access to. Lastly, we are a prospering firm with the experience, knowledge, and resources to continue being successful.
In order to ensure our success in helping the Census Bureau, S.T.E.M PR created strategies which aligned with each target audience, the first group being BSU students. For strategy 1, we decided to create and sponsor multiple ads that promote the campaign across several channels. Tactic A includes displaying the ads on all BSU social media platforms as well as all Plymouth County social media platforms. Tactic B is to pay to have the ads promoted on all social media platforms. The benefit of this will allow those who do not follow either pages to also be included. Lastly, is to create a free educational website that is easily accessible and explains on how to participate. The website will be linked to all ads. Here we see an example of one of the ads. Count yourself in. Of course, the census job is to count everyone. Therefore, we want everyone to feel involved and to count themselves in. We want them to be part of the greater picture. Therefore, this message will be followed by one of the hashtags. Hashtag you matter, hashtag STEM matter, hashtag 2020 census, and hashtag with you. Next, we have strategies and tactics 2, which will be a broad usage for both targeted audiences. Its goal is to promote and use the hashtags You Matter, STEM Matter, 2020 Census, and Without You to gain traffic to the census website. Using volunteer social media influencers to promote and use the hashtags alongside all social media platforms, we hope to create suspicion to the hashtags. This will then, hopefully, allow the participant to click the hashtag, become more knowledgeable over the census and its importance, and then feel responsible to participate. Lastly, we'll promote contests and several small giveaways using the hashtag as a way of entry to encourage and boost engagement to the website. Now we have our second ad with the hashtag STEM Matter. Center, you see the message, a few minutes goes a long way, because in fact it only takes a few minutes and your participation does go a long way. As you can see in the lower message, you matter and so does your community. By participating in the census, not only do you help us, but you help the community you live in. Lastly comes the final strategy and tactic, which is for us to focus on staying active, updated, and informed on all social